What you guys, got another video here for you. Just when you thought your antivirus software is keeping your system safe, it's now also turned into a crypto mining system. Let's take a look here at Norton's website. Now, if you run Norton Antivirus or Avira Antivirus, they've come with the crypto mining software embedded into them now, and you have to opt in to turn it on, and I'll show you that in a second. But I just want to read some of the facts on their website here. So you can see the Norton Crypto. What is Norton Crypto? So it says here, Norton Crypto is a feature made available in Norton 360, which you can utilize for mining cryptocurrency when your PC is idle. Right here. Now, there's been a few people that have already said that it's mining when it's not idle, and that is not good. That means you're using your computer and it's now starting to grind out stuff. But they're saying here that it only crypto mines when it's idle. So how do you opt into this? Let me just show you what it looks like on a antivirus program. If we look down here and go to our antivirus software here, which is Norton, and then click on My Norton, you should see some sort of display up here, a blue box that says turn your PC's idle time into cash. When you click on this, you get a fancy little graph trying to convince you that you're going to make loads of money. And this is basically what it is. You have to opt in, so they can't legally start doing crypto mining on your system without you opting in. You have to agree to their terms and conditions. And I would advise you to read all of those very closely. Now, profitability depends on the market, and also you have to take out transfer fees, also utility costs, which is your electric bill, and taxes, and any other costs, as you can see there in the small print. So going back to the Norton Crypto fact sheet here, you can see, will Norton 360 mine my device without my permission? It says no, it won't do that. And I'm not going to read all of this on every part of it. I'm just going to go through here. So it's going to not mine without your permission. So you may be interested in joining, and you may be thinking, well, what's the system requirements? So you can see here, the system requirements are listed here as well. You're going to need a NVIDIA graphics card, a minimum of 6 gigabytes. So they're going for the big boys here for 6 gigabyte of memory. And again, it depends on whether you've got an NVIDIA card or an AMD. I think you can use AMD cards as well. It looks like the processor only requires 1 gigahertz, so they're not going to be utilizing your processor by the looks of it. Looking at the RAM side of things, 2 gigabytes minimum. And, so you're not really sort of needing a lot of RAM. And the same thing for your hard disk. You need to have 300 megabytes available as space. They're even allowing you to crypto mine on a Windows 7 Service Pack 1 system here, Windows 8 and Windows 10. And it also seems that they're not too picky on what sort of Norton version you have, as long as you've got a membership. So as long as you've got a version of Norton membership, you can utilize it on your system here. So they're not being too fussy here, as long as it meets their system requirements. Also, how many computers can you run it on? Well, I'm pretty sure that's also going to be as many computers as possible, because they want to make plenty of money. You can see here, you can mine on every computer. Well, of course you can. And that has Norton 360 on it and an active subscription. So basically, if you've got a 10 license deal with these, and this is probably why they are offering cheap deals online for these antivirus licenses. I've seen them as little as you can get 5 devices for £10, and they're offering VPN on it and stuff like that. But what they're looking for is, if you're going to be getting into the crypto mining side of things, which will make them serious money if everyone starts opting into it. So what about the crypto mining itself? How often does the hash rate update? The hash rate is designed to update in real time. So also, will I be able to adjust the settings and thresholds of the actual crypto mining? And it says here, Norton's going to decide on how to manage this themselves. They're not going to allow you to tamper with that as of yet, which means it's down to them. Really, you can't touch it or anything like that, which is a bit of a downer, really, to be honest. But it says here they could potentially make the settings adjustable for you in the future, depending on how much money they make from it, I suppose. And it looks like also they're going to be using the Ethereum type of crypto mining software here. So they're going to be using this to earn cryptocurrency. And it looks like also they've got you covered here where Norton creates a secure digital wallet for you to put all your cash into, so you don't have to worry about setting that up. So there is some good points here where they're dealing with all of this stuff and you just turn it on and away it goes. But unfortunately, you have no control over anything. And it goes on to say basically what platform can you transfer your crypto to. And you can see here, it only allows you to transfer it to your digital wallet on Coinbase. So they've probably got some sort of deal going on with Coinbase because there's no other options available apart from Coinbase. So it's some sort of deal they've got going on there. It must be. Otherwise, they'd allow you to transfer your digital money to anywhere, really. But it is just Coinbase. And they've made it easy here as well for you to see all your Norton Crypto coin mining earnings in your Norton account. So you just have to log in there and you can see all that sort of income on there. Now, here comes the juicy part. Are there charges or fees associated with coin mining? Norton Crypto is included as part of your Norton 360 subscription. However, I love that. However, there are coin mining fees as well as transaction costs to transfer your Ethereum type of currency here. So the coin mining fee is currently 15%. So they're getting 15% of the crypto allocated to mining. So they're getting 15% for doing nothing, really. So that's basically it there. That's where they're going to make their money. And if they've got 500 million users using Norton Antivirus all over the world, that can be quite a hefty sum of money for doing absolutely nothing. So they're using their user database of clients to do their crypto mining. That's if they opt into crypto mining. But some people are going to opt into it not knowing what they're doing, and they're going to suddenly hear their systems whirring away in the background. So that's a little bit sketchy. Now, Norton have set all this up for you, which makes it super easy for people that don't know how to set up crypto mining. But a thing to take into account is they are going to be taking 15%. Also, there's other hidden costs as well that you're going to have to pay. And also, you're going to have to consider the wear and tear of your hardware, which means you're using your GPU and they're using your PC and your electricity. Electricity is going to go up as well. And also, you're going to have to pay taxes and all these other hidden charges on your bill. So just take that into account. Also, another downside is Norton has full control over the settings and how it all works and how big your piece of pie is going to be. So let's take a look at the crypto mining in action. So I'm going to agree to their terms and go in. And you can see here, we're idling at the moment. We're waiting for it to set up. And once this is done, once we're idle for a while, it will start kicking in and it will start crypto mining in the background. So let's go ahead and get to that stage. Okay, so as you can see here, we have activity on the system. I've got my task manager open here, and you can see the CPU is sort of being stretched a teeny little bit, nothing too crazy, but the GPU is getting utilized quite a bit. So if we come down here and look at the GPU, you'll see it's at 100%. It's basically maxed out the GPU, and that's because it's mining in the background, and that's what it's doing. Now, I'm not really doing too much on the PC, but I am still moving bits about, and it's still continued to mine. So it will let you do certain things on the PC while you're moving about here, and it will still mine in the background. So bear that in mind. It's not going to be, as soon as you move your mouse, it will go off. It's going to be mining, and it will tax your hardware quite a bit, as you can see here. It's completely utilized the whole resources of that GPU. Going back to the CPU here, again, that's not really taxing it too crazy here. It has gone up a little bit. But again, when I'm moving my system around, you can see it is still letting me continue to use my computer a little bit while it's still mining here. So I'm not sure what they class as idle, whether it means any movement of your mouse or anything like that. I'm not too sure. Maybe it's when you're doing stuff. So if I probably open this Photoshop page up, this might stop. Let's have a look. So I've got my Photoshop open here, and it's still going in the background, and we're still mining in the background here. So even when you're using your computer, you just have to be mindful about how much utilization it's going to be doing on your system. So like I said, I am using the software here, but it's not completely disabled that crypto mining as of yet. So yeah, it's still going on. And it doesn't really matter what I'm doing here on the PC. It's not gone off yet. So I'm still using my PC here. And I'm pretty sure that that is still mining in the background. Yes, it is, as you can see there. Now, I'm not sure what that means, whether it means whether you can't obviously game on it or anything like that. But if this is not moving your PC and it's not turning off, I don't know what idle means. Does it mean completely idle? So I don't know. But I would have thought using your PC like this would have been, would have been some sort of movement where it will turn that off, but it's not. It's still going. And if you look here, it's telling you its utilization here is 100%. So what do I actually think of Norton Crypto? Personally, I would not use Norton Crypto. It's not for me. But I'm pretty sure there's people out there that love cryptocurrency and love doing this sort of stuff. Personally, if I'm going to be doing something like this, I will put my heart and soul into it, and I would literally set up a proper crypto mining rig where it's crypto mining constantly 24/7, and I would have full control of all of the settings and how to set it all up, rather than have Norton do all that for me and then just take 15% of my profits. Plus, you've got all the other hidden fees that you're going to have to pay as well. And of course, you've got your electric bill and everything else. So I don't think it's something that I would get into myself. I do think it's, a little bit. Now, another thing to take into account is your GPU here is literally 100% utilized. It's flat out, and it's pretty noisy because the fans are spinning. And again, the temperatures have gone up a fair bit as well. So if you don't maintain your system correctly, this can be, damaging to your system later on down the line if you don't maintain your computer properly. So bear that in mind. Also, if you're using older hardware with a modern day graphics card, that might tax your system a little bit harder than a modern day computer. So all these things you have to take into account if you're going to be doing, crypto mining on your main system, which you generally use on a daily basis. And again, it doesn't seem to cause any problems when you're using Photoshop and things like that. It's still allowing it to crypto mine in the background, which I don't think is a good idea, in my personal opinion. Now, if you've got a designated PC just for crypto mining, then I can understand you having that running at full 100% utilization at all times, where you're trying to make as much money as possible. But on your main PC that you use on a daily basis, I don't think it's a very good idea. It doesn't seem to be stepping down in any way, shape or form. I've got browsers open and I've got some other bits going on here. I'm browsing the web here. And again, I can guarantee you that that utilization is still 100%. Now, the PC is not idle now. I'm using it, and you can see it's still taxing out my GPU by 100%. And that is the problem. You can pause it and stop it and things like that, but it's just going to keep churning away if you don't do anything about it. Now, I'm not too sure about what they class as idle and when it should step down to not doing anything. But if you're allowing them to control all of that, you have no real control apart from that pause button up there. And you can see it's still 100% utilizing my GPU. Okay, so a question that people might have is, can you pause or stop the mining process at any given point? So let's click on this here. I'll leave all this information for you so you can read it. Yes, you can pause and stop the miner from the Norton Crypto dashboard. You can pause for 1, 4, 8, and 24 hours. So that means it will restart itself. It says here, Norton Crypto Miner will automatically resume the mining process once that time is completed. So if you paused it for say 4 hours, after 4 hours, it's going to turn itself back on. You can also pause the mining until the next restart of the computer. When you restart, it's going to start mining again. And if you want to stop mining, you can turn it off. So we'll talk about turning that off as well and see how you can opt out of it again. You must manually turn it back on if you want to continue mining. So there we go. So when you go on here, you can still see that it's still going. So let me just stop this so you can see here. There's a little drop down arrow here. Pause for 1 hour, pause for 4 hours, pause for 8 hours, and pause for 24 hours, and pause until restart or turn off. And there we go. It is now off. And you need to restart the miner. So it's not going to restart when you restart your PC. It's completely off now, and it's not going to be running again. So make sure if you don't want to be in on this mining thing that you do actually turn it off this way. Otherwise, it will just restart itself. Okay. And let's just quickly take a look here at Task Manager here. And if we go into Task Manager here, we can see the performance, the GPU, and it's now gone all the way back down. So you can see how much that was utilized in the system. Now, if you've got an older system, that may really tax your system quite a bit. This system's quite a modern PC, and it can handle that sort of stuff. So if you've got a modern day computer with 6 gigabytes of memory in it, and you've got it in an older system, you may find that it's going to really slow down your PC a little bit, in my personal opinion, if you're going to be doing that. And you may want to dedicate a separate PC for crypto mining rather than using your main PC that you're using on a daily basis. That's just my opinion on it. I mean, I'm not really into the crypto mining scene. It's not that I'm against it. I just don't see the point of it. It's just a lot of work for what you get. I would much rather, buy a large sum of crypto coin and then sell it when it's high. That was what I would rather do rather than mine it myself. But that's just my opinion on the subject. Well, let me know what you think down in the comments section below, whether you think this is a little bit sleazy and a bit dodgy on Norton's behalf and on Avira's behalf, because they're both doing this, whether you think it's acceptable or whether you think they shouldn't be doing this on people's PCs. Anyway, I hope this sort of helps you out. My name has been Brian from briteccomputers.co.uk. I just want to say a quick shout out to all my YouTube members who have joined my YouTube members groups. Your names are rolling up on the screen right now, and I shall see you again for another video real soon. Thanks again for watching. Bye for now.